is cooking.
WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly.
The longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show's about. That's what we've been doing for over 16 years.
No. It's about sports entertainment.
And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow, you know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore. There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. And we're on a road trip, Lucas. Lucas DeSangro.
Yeah, we are doing a remote, live and in living color from
the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundys Lane here in Bristol, PA. The location just opened, and
what is it though? It's the
semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. You
love
that tagline.
I
was going to save it for later, but you have to, you love getting it in early and often. And there's certainly a lot to get in here. I mean, the place already abuzz with the doors only opening 6 minutes ago.
I'm staring a hole through Fearon right now because he knows I can't respond to that because not only are we live on terrestrial radio, but there are also youngins around. So,
well, yeah, it
you're
looks
really
like
just
a
trying
Morrisville Little League team that came in here, which I know a couple of the kids on the team are the sons of one of the owners here, so I think that may be part of what's going on here. But
so
that's
you're
what's
trying
great
to
about
sabotage me right now? Is that the?
Not at all. I'm moving along here.
Okay.
But I mean, that's what's great about this place. It's family friendly. I mean, there's a litany of people from all ages here in attendance, and there's so much great food, great things to consume as well, both for grown-ups and kids, and we'll get into that a little bit later here. The food, of course, brought to you by Nick's Roast Beef, very famous in Northeast Philly on Cotman Avenue, 2210 Cotman Avenue.
Especially when it comes to wrestling, they're one for hosting the pay-per-view parties.
They most certainly are, yes, and we'll talk about pay-per-view a little bit later here in the hour, as Battleground is tomorrow, and it's here in the Philadelphia area, so that's so we'll have our predictions certain to go wrong for that.
Most likely.
Yeah, most likely. That's how these things go. But yes, we are here. We are live. There's news and notes to get into. We've got we'll have fun with a little bit of trivia here with some of the lovelies who have made their way out here. I see Dan from Levittown making his way over here, along with Teresa as well.
Just a
little wave.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a few other elite folks here as well.
Yes, we do. Too sweet.
Just to name a few, but the action's the action's just getting started. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, as I speak, more people just rolling in the door here. The place is getting jam-packed very quickly here, but we can certainly get into a lot of different things here. The news, the notes, all the different
hilarity and hijinks in the world of professional wrestling.
Absolutely,
yeah.
And here's hijinks in a good sense, in that GFW champion Alberto El Patron no longer under investigation in regards to the incident that he and Paige had at the Orlando airport earlier this month.
I'm not sure that's the tagline you wanted to lead into, considering the rest of the article. Hijinks in a good sense.
I like irony. What do you want from me?
A better tagline into that article? I don't know.
Well, like I say in the intro, I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. What do you?
Oh, really? Because
you're
actually no, 24 hours as of right now.
Of sleep? That doesn't surprise
me.
No
sleep.
With no sleep. Yeah, you actually have less sleep than I do for a rare change.
Yeah, I know. Holy role reversal, Batman.
So that'll make it even more interesting here.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to let any curses slip. I'm tired. I'm not that tired. I'm not tired enough to lose my internship.
To lose your spot.
I was going to say job, but, well, lottery tickets haven't exactly
your spot.
Yeah, lottery tickets haven't exactly been coming in, so.
I know not of what you speak.
I plead the fifth.
Anyway,
see nothing.
ProWrestlingSheet.com reporting that the detective determined that Paige is the one who should be charged with battery, and no formal charges were filed against Paige as of yet.
Really?
I don't know. I wasn't the one in the investigation. And
Well, I would assume so.
yeah, I'm just bringing the report. That's what I do here.
I'm not going to shoot the messenger, but I am going to shoot on this a little bit. Like, wow. Look at me just because I'm wearing a Bullet Club shirt, all of a sudden, insider terms. Great.
Piping hot takes. Get them while they're hot.
Oh, it's getting balmy up in here.
Well, it is a rather toasty day here, that's for sure.
Yeah. But that was for a few people and a few people only that may be listening to this show, and I just realized that. But, yeah.
Well played once again.
Thank you. How is Paige the one at fault?
I don't know.
Besides the fact that
Stay tuned. We'll I guess, once we find out more, we'll be able to have further discussion on it.
the world may never know. It's like a Tootsie Pop.
Well, except the answer to that is 3 with a crunch.
That was a shortcut, though.
I
guess
didn't say I agreed with it.
with
I'm just
that
saying
owl,
that was the answer.
I'm assuming Rebby Hardy's right.
Wow,
that
you're
owl.
going there. Yeah, you're displeased with that owl.
Or we'll
as
go the
well.
revival route. Forever that owl.
Yes.
Which, yeah, whatever.
Indeed. Okay, here's probably the tagline I should have led into, considering the different age groups that are here, and also a lot of I guess maybe kid sister siblings of a lot of the ball players that are in here. WWE issuing a press release on Thursday to announce that WWE and Mattel are launching a girls product line that features the first ever fashion dolls of Nikki and Brie Bella, Sasha Banks, Natalia, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Alicia Fox, and Ava Marie to leverage the
Wait, well, hold on. Is she still even under contract? I thought she got released.
Well, I think they were working on the project prior to the release. So.
Oh, okay, so you can do that, but then you can't release the Jeff Hardy Elite that you decided to cancel after he got... Yeah, I'm a little bit salty over that, to be completely honest, if you couldn't tell already.
Yeah, all these flavors, and you're choosing to be salty.
Oh, how many times are you going to use that line?
As many times as it works.
Okay, it did work.
Exactly.
Shut up.
So all of those to leverage the popularity of WWE's female superstars and give its sizable girl fan base a new way to connect with their favorite brands.
You know, what I do like about the they had pictures from Comic-Con of like what was it, Bailey, Sasha, and Charlotte like holding up their doll neck, and they all just had that big smile on their face like, oh my god, like
This is a real thing.
like holy crap. And it was a genuine moment, and it made me really happy. But I will say, I mean, I like what they're doing with the Mattel women's figures because I don't see the difference between an elite and a regular figure because they both have the same articulation. And that's just me getting into nerdy action figure talk. But, you know.
Yeah, I guess that if anybody would be the expert on that, that would definitely, you would definitely be the action figure correspondent.
The Mike Toynay, if you will.
Except I won't. Yeah, no, I won't.
Fair enough. That's a drop. Mark the time on that one, Ted. Nope,
Yeah,
that's
Ted.
time.
I'll go back over this at some point, and I'll extract a lot of these things here.
In 3 years, when we have the time.
I don't know about that. This is the first time that female WWE superstars will have a fashion doll and role-playing line, in addition to the action figures inspired by their in-ring characters. Of note, the dolls will be available for pre-order online only at ToysRUs.com beginning this Monday, July 24th, and then exclusively available at Toys R Us stores nationwide as well as ToysRUs.com starting this September.
Cool. That seems like that's a nice, lighthearted story amongst all the drama that's been going on in wrestling lately, and the noise is really picking up.
Yeah, business is picking up as
business is about
JR.
to pick. Well, business isn't about. It has picked up. It just goes to show the popularity here at the Goblet. Like,
yeah, I mean the food, the drink. I mean, let me get into some of the stuff that stuff that's on here. First of all, I mean,
I'm going to take a picture of this ghoul mask, but I am listening. I just want you to know that.
Oh, okay, yes.
That's a pretty cool look. That's a pretty cool looking ghoul mask.
There's a lot of artistry on the walls and the surrounding areas as well.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, certainly is. It piques the visual interest, to say the least. But I mean, some of the great brews that are on tap here, including the Fool's Gold, which is the Belgian Golden Strong Ale that was the 3rd anniversary ale. Last week, about a week and a half ago, actually marked 3 years to the day of Broken Goblet being in operation. July 12th, 2014 is when they first came into business here. And they've, as mentioned last week, they had goblet stock, which was a huge bit of fun.
How many was that this year? How many goblet stocks have there been now?
3.
3.
It was goblet stock 3, yeah. All we're missing is the Vince McMahon, welcome to Goblet Stock 3! Yeah.
And a sold-out Silverdome, not Superdome.
Careful there, Twitch Hogan.
Brother, we both know I don't have that many problems with.
Hey, take it easy now. But yes, the Fool's Gold was the 3rd anniversary ale. It's a Belgian Golden Strong aged on blackberries. Ooh. So it's got a nice little bit of tart, but otherwise sweet type flavor to it. There's the JD Rye Barrel. I guess it's abbreviated for Jack Daniel's Rye Barrel, aged off with your head. So it's an Irish red ale that was aged in a whiskey rye barrel.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's an easy drinking pint that balances toffee and caramel sweetness with a roasted dry finish. I mean, those are some of the limited release ones that are part of the cleaning the fridge, as there were a few leftovers from the goblet stock, as there were, I think, 44 of their different beers that were available on tap throughout the 5-hour event, releasing at different times. I unfortunately wasn't able to get my All Goblets Have Spirits. They kind of saved that for a little bit later. But Halloween's right around the corner, so.
You're right, it is. I mean, yeah, actually, time's going to fly.
Yeah, we're probably, it's about 3 months from
Next
now.
thing you know, it's going to, Game of Thrones' season tagline's going to be right. Winter has come. Winter is here.
Yeah, winter is here.
Oh, sorry.
All right, that's enough of that now. Well, yeah, another time here.
Different show.
Exactly. Also, there's the 11 Minutes Wit Beer, which they've certainly made stranger things.
Ah, I see what you did there.
But it's a refreshing wheat ale, very pale in color, brewed with a subtle addition of rosemary. And yes, that was intentional, as the name 11 Minutes comes from the Stranger Things concept.
Yes. And that's really the only reference I will get from that.
That makes 2 of us.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. There's a lot of fun kind of inside references that are thrown out there. There's also their IPA, the Gyroscopes in Infrared. It's a 5-hopped West Coast style IPA. But it also doesn't just attack your taste buds with hops, as a lot of IPAs tend to do. So it's a little crisper, a little more subtle, despite the fact that they use 5 different hops, but they don't.
It is the Tupac to the regular IPA's biggie, since we are going West Coast.
I see what you did there.
Grab your growlers when you see. Yeah, no.
There you go.
No, it's because Glock was the original.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But grab your shots when you see Tupac. Call the. Oh, yeah.
Rap is definitely not your strong suit, nor is it mine. That's why I don't go there. And then, of course, there's some of the core drafts. Only a couple of them on at the moment because of the cleaning the fridge, but certainly some great ones here. If you're a fan of kind of lighter beers and things of that nature, there's the Steinbeiser's Buried Treasure, which is a easy drinking and clean cream ale with subtle sweet notes throughout. A nice corn cream ale. And that's pints of that are just $3 every day. So that's lower than the full pour price. Yeah, full pour price is for a pint is $3 as opposed to $6 for any of the other beers. So that's a nice, crisp, easy drinking session type beer. Or if you want something a little bit darker, even though this, it's always the good season for it, but it's usually more of a winter is coming type beer. But the Yin Yang Oatmeal Stout. very drinkable stout with subtle bitterness and a smooth finish. It gives you the vibe of almost like a Guinness type stout. So I mean, those are just
No, I'm not going to use that OSW reference. Not that it's bad, it would come off as bad.
No, well, I think I know where you were going, but I was going to say it's not on at the moment. I think they just tapped out of it, but there is, yeah, there is a coffee stout, but it is not an Irish coffee stout. Don't cut that. There we go. Yeah, I know you do.
Get in line. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. There's plenty. Also, there's bottles here. There's so much. I haven't even. Yeah, I could spend the hour talking about the whole menu here. That's
We
how,
really could.
Yeah, the different bottles on.
But again, different show.
Exactly. There's a barley wine. There's this one's a really good one. The Karl the Great, which is a Russian Imperial Stout that was aged in barrels. Actually, there we go. The Broken Goblet Diane. That was what I was mentioning earlier. The Damn Fine Coffee Stout, which is exactly what they call it here. Yeah. And also there's the Trait de Marque, which is a Belgian dark strong ale that was aged in rum barrels.
I was going to say, speaking of marks, I spent way less time talking about action figures than you did about all these beers. Now, granted,
yeah, well,
this is
the purpose of us being here. That's
granted, yes. We would like to point out that they brew all of these amazing beers
right here
so
on
I've
location.
Heard. Yeah, in the back.
I seen it.
I seen it.
Yes, no, that is definitely something that occurs here. All the beers. I mean, and this is just kind of the tip of the proverbial iceberg. But we'll get more into that coming up here. We got to take our first time out. We got to get back to the
wrestling.
Back to the and back to the WBCB studios. We got to take that time out here. But when we come back, we've got more news to get into. We'll talk. I was going to say things are just jam-packed here. The place already full up, and it's only been open
hanging
for about
from
22.
the rafters, as Gorilla Monsoon would say. What was I going to? Were you going to say that?
No, I wasn't going to go there. No, not necessarily with that.
Right.
But yes, thanks to Ted Efaw, who is he's keeping us on the air, turning the dials and pushing the buttons and all that fun stuff. And we'll be back here in just a few moments from the Broken Goblet Brewery. We are live on location alongside Lucas DeSangro. I'm Fearon Derry. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Let Freedom Ring. Bristol Riverside Theater's 2017 Summer Music Fest continues with When America Sings, July 13th through the 23rd. Celebrate the month of our country's birth with chart-topping hits like This Land Is Your Land, America, and Let the River Run. For tickets, visit brtstage.org or call 215-785-0100.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's, and if you thought last year's Summer of Shellfish was a big deal, wait until you see what we have now. Our Summer of Shellfish is underway, with many of your favorites and many new items such as our huge crab feast every Saturday, and our new seafood sauté every Sunday. The sauté features clams, mussels, shrimp, and lobster in our homemade red, white, or Sicilian sauce. We have seafood specials every day, all summer long. Visit chickyandpete's.com for your Summer of Shellfish calendar and details.
Be sure to tune into Senior Legal Strategies with Henry Carpenter every Tuesday morning at 9, right here on 1490 WBCB.
We all have the ability to touch the lives of those around us. To someone going through a difficult time, a text, a call, or a visit can mean so much. Reach out to the veterans in your life today. Let them know they're not alone. One simple act can make all the difference. That's the power of one. If you're a veteran in crisis or know one who is, visit veteranscrisisline.net for free 24/7 confidential support.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
See, I just got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so we might have to...
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking cape. I'm gonna break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Alongside Lucas DeSangro, I'm Fearon Derry. We are here live at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundys Lane in Bristol, PA. And place is jam-packed already here, and it's only been open for just under a half hour. That's how...
Popularity.
It is really doing fantastic for being open. Only just opened for business 3 years ago, and the groundswell of popularity that has occurred. It just speaks to the people. I mean, the owners, Mike, Jay, and Bubba, who are just fantastic, really cool people, and of course just the business model, just kind of slowly easing in, not growing too big, too fast. Almost kind of like, I don't know, ECW in like 95, 96. That's probably a good way of putting it here. So we also have here, we're having a little fun during the break doing some trivia here, and why not? We'll take that from off the air to on the air here. So I know I'm going to completely embarrass Brett from Levittown here, whom we were chatting with here. Let's go ahead and. Well, you can hold the pint glass in one hand and the microphone in the other. There we go.
Does it matter which hand I have it in?
No.
Excellent. Then let's go.
Yeah, we're not video streaming, so.
Not that would matter either. You're holding a mic, not swinging a sword or swinging a baseball bat.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah. We don't want to hold both for too long, though. It might be a little. So we're looking. Yeah. Since we're here in this wonderful hot summer here, I was thinking about doing some Summer Slam trivia here. So what I'm going to do is we'll go multiple choice to make it a little bit easier for you, since we're having a little fun with something I found in the old archives here: the World Wrestling Federation Attitude in Review trivia game, going back to 1999. I think it was made. So got a little bit of old school trivia here for you. So. We're going to go back, since we've got a pay-per-view here in Philadelphia tomorrow, and we're going to go back to a summer pay-per-view that occurred in Philadelphia quite a while ago. SummerSlam 1990, from way back in the Spectrum here. So we're going to talk tag teams on this. This is a multiple choice, so we'll make it easier for you here. So out of these three choices, which team did not appear at SummerSlam 1990? Was it the Rockers, the Orient Express, or the Bushwhackers?
Well, I'm going to take a big swing on this because I have no idea. I'm going to say that it wasn't the Bushwhackers because I really like the Bushwhackers. I'm going to say it was the Orient Express.
Oh, I was going to say, you should have gone with your like. The Bushwhackers in SummerSlam of 1990 did not make an appearance. But we have lovely parting gifts.
If it's a beer, then I'll be happy to part.
Yeah, that'll certainly work. Well, thanks, Brett, for having a little fun here. And, yep, there we go. There's a token of our appreciation. How about that?
I see what you did there.
So hey, having a little fun here. A little bit of trivia, a little bit of conversation, a little bit of food. We got the Little Leaguers still here. There's just so much going on, and it's just early in the day here. I mean, one of the things that's very intriguing and very new here is that you can get from noon to 2. So now's a good time to come on down. The Broken Bloody Marys. Which they have, not just their house version, but they now have numerous ones available in the form of a flight. That's right. So they have their house one. There's a Bloody Mary with pickles, like a pickled over Bloody Mary. There's Goodness, there's a 3-pepper spice Bloody Mary, as well as a bacon, and then also a garden veggie one as well. So you can get all 5 of them. I believe it's $12 for all 5, and you get little 9-ounce samplers of each. A nice way to ease back into perhaps late and long night, as some tend to utilize that for. Just some
I wouldn't
of the,
know.
Yeah. Well, true. Yeah. I can't with you.
Well, no, you're right. You can't. I'm only 19.
Yeah. Also, just dealing with you. Well, yeah, a lot of your stuff in general. We'll leave it at that here. Let's get back into the news here. My goodness, this crazy day here, to say the least. Well, here we go. Let's talk a little something you're very familiar with, the mobile phone.
Okay.
What was that?
This
was that
what
like
we're
a
doing?
Chuckle, a chortle, a grunt, and everything in between?
Is this what we're doing, Kitty? We're gonna fight. Is that 70 show? Red, does this dress make me look fat? Oh, is this what we're gonna do today, honey? We're gonna fight. That's what we're doing.
I need to build up my fighting spirit anyway. Sega, along with WWE, launched the Tap Mania mobile app on Thursday. That's right, Tap Mania is an action-packed mobile game available to download for free with in-app purchases on the App Store for iPhone and iPad, as well as Google Play Store for Android devices. Developed by Cambridge, Massachusetts-based studio The Tap Lab, WWE Tap Mania features an expansive roster of past and present WWE superstars facing off in the ring in high-octane live events and daily challenges. It almost sounds like the old Facebook game Mafia Wars, but just in a mobile app form, I guess, in WWE.
I was going to say, I think Mafia Wars might, I haven't downloaded it, but Mafia Wars might be on the mobile app.
Well, I mean, that was from like 8 years ago, so probably.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. That was before the mobile boom kind of occurred here. In WWE Tap Mania, the action is immediate as players can get right into the ring, tapping to unleash signature moves on opponents and collecting superstar cards in order to assemble the ultimate team and take down the competition. Superstars can be leveled up to increase power, and characters can be customized, allowing players to create signature moves that fit their own personal play style.
I'm looking it up right now.
There you go. On-field research, or in-the-field research.
I'm just trying to figure out, because they've put out so many apps, and the only one I've really been able to keep up with is Supercard, but I had to get rid of that a while ago just because I wasn't playing it.
Included in the actions would be legends and superstars such as The Rock, John Cena, Triple H, The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Sasha Banks, and The Miz, with play-by-play commentary by WWE announcers Michael Cole and Corey Graves.
Ah, yes.
And I'm sure there are a couple of people that are going, I miss JR. Well,
I like Michael Cole. When he's not getting lines fed into his ear, like if you, I know.
Careful now.
No, I'm saying not a lot of people got to watch the what is it? The British, the UK title tournament, but his commentary alongside Nigel McGuinness was amazing. I think it was just because they let him do his thing. They weren't really trying to put anything else over other than this is a huge deal. And and I understand on Raw, different time, different place, you got other things, you have so much other stuff going on that you have to put over. But when he was just one thing he was able to focus on, it was great. It's amazing.
Just as amazing as the jam-packed crowd here at the Broken Goblet Brewery.
Yeah.
See how I just seamlessly transition that in.
Yep.
And Brett doubling over in laughter beside us here.
I swear, whenever you two are in the same room with me, you just try to break me. I am the Spanish announce table. You guys are?
Brett said, I'm not even trying. He can do so just, see, look at that. Lucas is losing his composure already.
Oh, I've lost so much already. Composure wasn't even here to begin with.
Composure
Dignity? What's
dignity,
that?
He said. Okay.
Dignity. What's that?
Oh. Well, we are live, and there's something that I'd like to follow that up with, but I can't. If Danny Cage were here, he would, but yeah, there we go.
I'm trying to figure out what word.
I'll give you a hint. It starts with a V. We'll move on now. All right. So speaking of
Veal?
Danny Cage, no, something that you haven't lost. The MFPW returns to the world-famous Monster Factory at 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey, 1 week from tonight, where Impact star Braxton Sutter challenges Manny Soriano for the MF Live Championship. Also, Nick Camarado and Josh Briggs, along with Rico De La Vega, take on Dobbs and Plunkett the Ogre with Rocco. Also, Falaba and Mario Bocora, the Money in the Miles, they'll be defending the MFPW Tag Team Championships. And you'll also see Sage Matthews, Primal Fear, Birkenbender, Corey Hyena Hex, and more. Maybe even Twitch, who knows?
Maybe.
Also, all front row seats get a backstage tour and a meet and greet prior to the show. So you can kind of see behind the scenes. And those front row seats are almost sold out, so if they go, so too does your chance for the meet and greet prior to the event. It's all next Saturday, July 29th at the MFPW Arena, 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey. Tickets available now at eventbrite.com. And make sure to check out the MFPW and all things Monster Factory on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as at monsterfactory.org. And make sure to check out past matches, bios, bloopers, and more at the mfnetwork.com.
Yeah, a lot of bloopers. The lighter side of pro wrestling. Give that a look. It's very funny. And you might even get to see that dream match you've always wanted to see of Twitch versus Fearon.
I love how you hesitated because you were instinctively going to say Burgundy.
Yeah, no, Twitch and the Berg. That would be our morning zoo radio name if that was the case. Twitch and the Berg, 1490 WBCB.
Wow, Jim Foxwell, we coming for you. No.
I hate myself too, so
yeah,
it's cool for that one. So.
Oh,
I know I'm not alone, all right? I get that, but actually, yeah, it's the only time I'm not alone is in that matter. Because if we're going to take things, I can just go way lower than you've ever wanted to sink, Brett.
Oh, my goodness. All right,
depressingly low.
Oh, my goodness. Well, while these two are playing limbo here, verbal limbo, let me tell you a little bit more about the fantastic variety here at the Broken Goblet Brewery. Now, if you're not necessarily a beer fan, I know you hear brewery and you think, oh, it's all beers, and that's no. They also have they have other things here. They have wines that are again staying local from the Buckingham Vineyards up in or Buckingham Winery up in Central Bucks County. For example, if you like reds, they have a Cabernet Franc, also a house-made red sangria, as well as a Buckingham Valley Merlot. More of the white variety, well, there's the Buckingham Valley Riesling, as well as the Sauvignon Blanc, and a house-made white sangria as well. And maybe you're in the mood for something different. There's also meads, a honey wine, courtesy of the Colony Meadery in Allentown, Pennsylvania, including a good sarsaparilla, which has a hat that looks very similar to a particular slobber-knocking commentator.
Well, by God.
Exactly. Also, there's their Margarita. It's kind of as it sounds. Also, there's the Mo-Mead-O. Yeah, there's a lot of puns in there, as well as the Moravian spice cake flavored mead. So a lot of different options there, and maybe you're in the mood to mix things up a little bit. I mean, we already mentioned the Bloody Marys, but there's also quite a few different broken cocktails as well. Everything from a whiskey sour of yore to the Broken Libre to the Big Arnie.
Delete. Sorry, you said Broken Libre.
Of course, yeah. I see what you did there.
Delete.
As well as the Broke in Stormy, their version of a Dark and Stormy, as well as the Broke in Fashion, which is the Goblet's take on an old fashioned. Kind of like a lot of my humor here. But
Okay, but it actually gets over, unlike mine.
Exactly.
But
Very good. And, how about that? Our we'll get more into this on the other side here with our predictions starting to go wrong for Battleground. But just getting a text message in from our friend of the show and correspondent, Mike Samsel, who's doing things up in New York City. But he had noted that if you were looking to still go to Battleground tomorrow at the Wells Fargo Center, apparently there's a very popular secondary hub site, which I won't mention the exact name of, but that apparently there are quite a few tickets available for under $30 for Battleground tomorrow. So if you're looking for a value, not a bad way to spend a little bit of coin on a pay-per-view tomorrow. Just throwing that out there. I mean, you'll get to see a flag match. You'll get to see a Punjabi prison match. How often are you going to see those two in the same card?
Tomorrow.
I had to legitimately chuckle at that. Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm not even going to try and be funny because it's not going to work, and I'm so tired.
Well, it's done better for you than when you actually try to be funny.
Oh, yeah, you're right, it has. You proud of yourself for that one, Burgundy? You proud?
I gave myself about a C+. But this
Good.
place here, the Broken Goblet, that is definitely A+, to say the least.
Yes, it is.
And Brett loses it again.
Where's the Tylenol?
Thank you, Twitch Griswold.
I have to go back to work after this. I just want to go home and sleep.
All right. Well, while Twitch attempts to recover here, we're going to go back for our final.
Oh, there's no attempt. It's
Oh, Twitch. We're going to take things back to the WBCB studios and Ted Efaw, who's probably, if he isn't doubled over in laughter at the hijinks that's going on here.
Or the coronary that we potentially caused by almost tipping over the line.
What do you mean we? I've
Guilt by association, Fearon.
I, of all people,
Guilt by association.
I, of all people, have walked the straight and narrow, which is more surprising than you'd think. Anyway, let's go back to the studios here. This, alongside Lucas, I'm Fearon Derry. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Phillies fans, if you want to get inside the game, inside the team, and inside the strategy, then we've got you covered. Tune into the Baseball Insiders presented by SEPTA every Sunday following Phillies baseball. Former Phillies All-Stars Ricky Vitaligo and Tommy Green join host Phillies Director of Fun and Games John Brazier to recap all the action and look ahead to what's coming up for the Fightin' Phils. The Baseball Insiders presented by SEPTA right here on 1490 WBCB and video stream live at WBCB1490.com.
Hello, I'm Dan Breen of Bucks County River Country, the world's river tubing capital. And I'm out here on the Delaware with a bunch of other folks. Hey, guys!
Hey, Dan!
And we're having the time of our lives. Listen, if you haven't been to Bucks County River Country, you don't know what you're missing. We've got tubing, canoeing, kayaking, rafting, and our tiki-style Riverside Cafe to whet your palate. You'll have loads of fun with the family, friends, or even a company outing. See for yourself. Check out our webcam at rivercountry.net. And while you're there, make your reservations online. Discounts are available for groups of 20 or more. Remember, the average water temperature is 80 degrees, and it's so easy to get here. We're just 8 miles north of New Hope, Pennsylvania. Don't miss out on the most fun you could have this summer. Come to Bucks County River Country, the world's river tubing capital. Hey, Holmes, we love to see you wet.
Buy your season pass for Bucks County River Country online today at rivercountry.net. That's rivercountry.net, or call 215-297-5000.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
Phillies fans, if you want to get inside the game, inside the team, and inside the strategy, then we've got you covered. Tune into the Baseball Insiders presented by SEPTA every Sunday following Phillies baseball. Former Phillies All-Stars Ricky Vitaligo and Tommy Green join host Phillies Director of Fun and Games John Brazier to recap all the action and look ahead to what's coming up for the Fightin' Phils. The Baseball Insiders presented by SEPTA right here on 1490 WBCB and video stream live at WBCB1490.com.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, July 22. On this date in 1996, WWF Monday Night Raw aired live from Seattle, Washington. In the main event, Ahmed Johnson and Shawn Michaels defeated the Smoking Guns by disqualification in a tag team match. On this date in 1997, WCW Tuesday Nitro aired live from Jacksonville, Florida. In the main event, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash defeated Chris Benoit and Ric Flair in a tag team match. On this date in 2001, the WWF held its Invasion pay-per-view. In the main event, Booker T, the Dudleys, Diamond Dallas Page, and Rhino defeated Chris Jericho, Kane, Kurt Angle, The Undertaker, and Steve Austin in a 10-man tag team match. On this date in 2007, WWE held its Great American Bash pay-per-view. In the main event, John Cena pinned Bobby Lashley to retain the WWE Championship. This has been Today in Wrestling History, July 22. Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here alongside Lucas DeSangro. We are live at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundys Lane in Bristol, PA. The action just getting started early here as the place opened up here at noon. We were on the air 5 minutes later, and the place just seems to keep filling up. Amazing how that all works here. It's been a lot of fun so far. So a lot of things to get into here. Got to mention, in case you haven't, we talked about it briefly last week, but Sign-A-Mania returning, courtesy of our friends over at George's Cards and Collectibles. It'll be back Saturday, September 16th at the Bucks County Technical High School in Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. And a couple of names announced, not officially by George's Cards and Collectibles, but by one of their partners in this, RF Video. Loyal fans are very familiar with RF Video.
Feinstein.
Exactly.
Tape traders, man.
Yeah, no kidding. Guest Joey Matthews, formerly known as Joey Mercury, and Bull James will be at Sign-A-Mania.
Bull. He's a friend of the factory.
He is. George's has, and make sure to stay tuned over the next few weeks as more names are announced. George's has 2 locations for all of your cards and collectibles needs. Their original store at 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown, as well as in the Neshaminy Mall in the movie theater wing. And for more information, go to georgescollectibles.com and follow George's Cards and Collectibles on Facebook. We are here at the Broken Goblet Brewery where, as you can hear, things are definitely abuzz. Maybe it has to do with those broken bloodies, maybe people trying to get in and get some of those rare beers that are on cleaning the proverbial fridge out, literal fridge as well, from goblet stock 1 week ago. And I'm looking forward to about 12 minutes from now when I can join in on that.
Yeah.
At least for a little bit. But in the meanwhile, plenty of things to get into. We mentioned tickets just before the break there for Battleground. Tickets went on sale yesterday for the Global Wars events presented by Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling. 3 events in 3 days, October 12th in Buffalo, New York, October 13th in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and then October 14th in Columbus, Ohio. The tour brings the combined stars of ROH and NJPW to these cities for the first time. And Ring of Honor proud to announce that competing from New Japan Pro Wrestling, fans can expect to see the current ROH television champion Kushida, as well as the Killer Elite Squad.
That would be Lance Hoyt and David Hart Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Also Hiromu Takahashi.
Time Bomb. People might recognize him as Kamitachi, or former junior heavyweight champion in Japan.
And for the first time in the USA, Yoshi-Hashi.
Ooh. Put on a really good match last night in G1, or yesterday morning against, I think it was Okada. Fellow stablemate of Chaos in Japan, that faction.
Also expected to appear ROH World Champion Cody, ROH Tag Team Champions the Young Bucks.
Too sweet.
ROH Six-Man Champions Dalton Castle and the Boys.
Sweet.
As well as Bully Ray, the Briscoes, Jay Lethal, and many more. You know it.
You know it.
You know it.
Kick out.
Oh, goodness. Also, word had spread erroneously. We didn't spread it, but other people have, because, rumors in wrestling, they're like peanut butter and jelly. on Wednesday that Brock Lesnar had allegedly re-entered the United States Anti-Doping Agency testing program, signifying a possible return to the UFC octagon. However, UFC Vice President of Athlete Health and Performance Jeff Nowitzki told MMAJunkie.com that there is, quote, zero truth to reports that Lesnar had entered the testing pool, saying Lesnar is, quote, not currently enrolled in the USADA testing pool, nor has there been any inquiry on his part to do so, end quote. Lesnar reportedly has 5 months remaining on his 1-year suspension for failing 2 USADA tests dating back to UFC 200 in July of last year. When Lesnar opted out of the testing in February, his suspension was paused. So, yeah, he can't just kind of take the time off voluntarily. If and when he comes back, he still has to serve the rest of that time. And what hard time it might be. Okay, maybe not. Also, a bit of a scare for Shane O'Mac fans on Wednesday as a helicopter. Oh, go ahead.
No. I'll wait for you.
You're going to wait for me?
Well, no, it's going to sound better after you explain what happened because, yeah.
Before you go into your rant?
Yeah.
Okay. As a helicopter carrying Shane McMahon made an emergency landing on Wednesday morning in the Atlantic Ocean near Gilgo Beach on Long Island, New York. According to the Federal Aviation Administration, the emergency landing occurred around 10:30 in the morning, about a half-mile offshore. Yeah. McMahon said he and the pilot were fine and escaped injuries from the landing, noting he was en route to visit family on eastern Long Island when the helicopter troubles started. He told WWE.com, quote, I would like to thank our pilot Mario, who did a heroic job of landing us safely in the water, as well as the Suffolk County Marine Bureau, who were first on the scene, all the lifeguards who came out to assist us, and the Fire Island Coast Guard Station. He also added that he intends to be present in Philadelphia at WWE Battleground tomorrow.
Can we just face the fact now that I'm convinced Shane McMahon is indestructible? Honestly, can we address that theory?
It certainly seems that way. All right, we've got very little time left. The hour just flying on by here. So let's get into
sure by appearance, I think he just wants to jump off of the stage onto somebody and miss and fall through a table.
Quite possibly. So let's get into the Battleground. The perfect way to get into the lineup and predictions certain to go wrong. 8 matches on the card. Got to go quick hits on this one. First off, the kickoff, Aiden English against Ty Dillinger.
10.
You're going to 10. You're going with Ty, as am I. Baron Corbin against Shinsuke Nakamura.
I'm going Nakamura.
I'm with you on that one, too. All right, the 5-way women's elimination #1 contender match. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Tamina, and Lana to get a SmackDown Women's Championship match at SummerSlam against Naomi.
I would think it's either Charlotte or Becky, but I'm going to pick Becky because I like Becky. Not that I don't like Charlotte, but just they've been putting a lot more exposure on her the past couple weeks for SmackDown.
Are you looking at my notes or something? All right,
no, I just agree with.
You just agree. Gotcha. Sami Zayn against Mike Kanellis, formerly known as Mike Bennett, but Maria Kanellis.
Kanellis.
You're going Kanellis over your boy Sami Zayn.
I want it to be Sami, but what would the point be of them building up a superstar
just to have him lose right off the bat? I got
that is instant burial, and I don't think that's something they would do with Mike Kanellis, who is extremely talented.
Absolutely. All right, so we're about 2.5 weeks removed from it, but bring out your flags. John Cena against Rusev in a flag match.
Lol, Cena wins.
Yeah, of course. I mean, in an Americana city like Philadelphia, the birthplace of America.
Oh yeah, no.
US?
Oh no, wait, they're gonna cheer for Rusev though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, probably.
When they in a city that when it was Roman Reigns and Rusev left in the Rumble, chanting for Rusev. When did you really want him to win, or was it just you didn't want Roman? Look, come on. If Rusev had won, would you? It would have been like when Randy Orton won, and I have nothing against Randy Orton or Rusev, but you would have been like, it's not Roman, right, guys? Mania's screwed. Yeah.
You just wind him up, and he just keeps on going. All right, the U.S. Championship, AJ Styles and Kevin Owens Title changed hands on a house show not too long ago.
I
AJ
know.
Styles now your U.S. champ, beating Kevin
Well, it was
Owens.
a Garden House show. That's a big.
Well,
it's
yeah,
a big
Madison
deal.
Square Garden.
So it's their super card.
Mm-hmm.
Styles retains. I don't know. I mean, like, the more I think about it, I think it could be Owens. But no, it's Styles.
All right, I feel like I have to disagree with you at some point, but so far we're 6 for 6. The Usos against the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Titles.
New Day. Like, it's a no-brainer.
Well, we thought that before, and the Usos ended up retaining, but I guess this
Well,
time's the charm.
Well, they I don't know.
All right, and Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton in the Punjabi prison match for the WWE Championship.
Jinder.
You're going Jinder, and
Don't hinder the Jinder.
I feel like I need to change one of my picks just to disagree. Like,
Why? Why? What is the point of that? What's the worst?
I don't think we've ever agreed on anything. Like, why would this be the first? Like, across the board?
It's a smart pick?
It's as Austin Powers says, it's just not cricket.
Okay, well, if you want to sabotage your picks like that, that's fine. But I mean, like, just based off, it just doesn't seem like.
No, I'm throwing logic in, and it seems to be, at least on paper, working, but we'll see. All right, apparently we agree on all 8. Who the heck would have thunk it? I know I wouldn't have.
Because I used my head for once.
Or maybe it's the sleep deprivation. That's why you're on board with me here. That could be it, too.
Maybe.
All right, well, we've got, 3 minutes, and we're going to need all 3 of them and maybe then some because it's time for
birthdays.
All right, I've got, a 6-pack here for you. Actually, make it 7. Holy smokes. All right, on this date in 1940, George Alexander Trebek was born. The legendary game show host of Jeopardy for the last 33 years and counting, as well as guest interviewer and ring announcer at WrestleMania 7, better known as Alex Trebek, turned 77 today. On this date in 1958, David Allen Adkisson was born. The 2009 WWE Hall of Famer, better known as David Von Erich of the famous Von Erich wrestling family based out of Texas, died in 1984 at the age of 25. Yikes. I'm going to throw this one in there as a little local twist here without getting real names involved. On this date in 1970, a good longtime friend of the show, helped me get started, Madman Moose Moretti was born. He turns 47 today.
I thought you said we weren't going to mention any names.
Well, I mean, like, shoot names.
Oh.
Yeah, now who's breaking kayfabe? All right, on this date in 1981, Kenny Lane was born. The former WWE Tough Enough contestant, 2-time TNA X Division champion, and former Ring of Honor Tag Team champion, better known as Kenny King, turns 36 today. And on that very same date and year, Curtis Jonathan Hussey was born. The current WWE superstar and winner of Season 4 of NXT, previously known as Johnny Curtis, but known since 2003 as Fandango, turns 36 as well today. And finally, on this date in 1985, Akira Tozawa was born. The former Dragon Gate Japanese wrestler and current WWE Cruiserweight turns 32 today. And oh, what a goof, how could I forget this one? On this date in 1965, Michael Hickenbottom was born, the WWE Hall of Famer, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, 3-time WWE champion, better known as the showstopper, the headliner, the icon,
the
and
main event
himself.
Mr. WrestleMania.
The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, turns 52 today.
Holy crap.
And I got some Brucey bonuses, too. Wow, we're just...
What?
I know. On this date in 1938, Terrence Stamp was born, the Golden Globe Award-winning English actor known for roles including Supreme Chancellor Valorum in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Siegfried in the comedy spy movie Get Smart, and perhaps best known as General Zod from Superman 1 and 2, turns 79
Oh, my
today.
God. He was...
Yes, kneel before Zod.
No, he was also... he was Ramsay in the Haunted Mansion.
Mm-hmm. And on this date in 1964, a quick 3-pack here, because they were all born on the same day and year. David Spade, John Leguizamo, comedians and actors, as well as William Calhoun, the drummer from the rock band Living Colour, creator of your favorite tune, Cult of Personality, turns 53 today. Anyway, that's going to do it for us here. Wow, I want to thank the Broken Goblet crew, owners Mike, Jay, and Bubba, staff Justin, Righteous, Reese, Joe, Tank, Ryan, Bodie, Paul, Matt, Christina, and Stacy. I think I got everybody there. Thanks to Sean, Dan, Brett, Teresa, and a few others from coming out. Some of the lovelies, as well as El Jefe Roberto, Bob Giaquinto for allowing this to come together. And, of course, the babysitter of the dump button, Ted Efaw, back at the WBCB studios. To all of you who made your way out here on a beautiful Saturday to eat, drink, chat, and be merry, stay tuned. Ted Efaw's got Country Roads up next on WBCB. And until next week, play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock and all's well.
Serving you better than ever before. This is 1490 WBCB.